Here we are. Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Matt Shad. I announced my intentions to build a table, a very simple table, and chat was like, "Yeah, hey, make a video." So we're gonna try to make a video. So yeah, just simple table, I made out of pallets and scrap furniture. I'll show you. Oh wow, look at this. Very blurry. I don't know if I like that or not. Let's see. Can we fix it? There we go. There we go. That's what we got going on here. See if we can get... There it is. Fabulous. All right. So what I have here, folks, is this was given to me from work. It was a very cool table at one time. It had a glass top, right? So it had a glass top. So I got some 2x4s, which I've already screwed in. I've already measured and screwed in. I'm sorry I didn't take you through that process. Squared them up, using a T-square and a ruler, getting the exact middle, which is kind of interesting to do, but you can do it. There's Charity over there. She's already had her bone, and now I'm working on, these are pallet plaques or pallet things. Yes, that's Mr. Yep. So I'm doing this now and trying to figure out. Now I'm just trying to figure out how wide do I want this table to be, right? So I'm kind of figuring out maybe. Damn, Charity, really? Who's out there? Yeah, calm down. Stand down. Stand down. That's all good. So now I'm just trying to figure out where I want to, how far out I want to make this table, right? That's all I'm trying to do, and go from there. Speed square screws, through the screws and right through the thing. They do kind of pop through a little bit. That one didn't. That one did, and that one did. Yeah, that one did. So anyway, I might have to tighten up this thing, but right off the bat, it's very, very stable as we speak. I don't know why it's so damn blurry. Anyway. And so what I've done here is I've decided to measure 5 inches out that way. So all of them will be roughly 5 inch. And basically what I did is I just did like that, made me a little mark, and go back over here, and boom. So that gives me my template. And then over here, and yeah, I've already screwed one in there just to tack it in, right? One screw at the anchor points. And then from here, yeah, also it's very important to take this edge right here, and you can feel it. I just do it by feel, and just make sure that is nice and flush. You can do it with this, and if you really want to, use of a speed square. But now I go from here, from this edge, and measure out 5 feet. And I'm just going to leave these long boards on and then just cut it off. That's it. I want to do it quick and easy, simple, stupid kind of thing. So, but that's it. So right now I'm just going to secure this so I can keep the squareness of everything. And that's it. We'll go from there. Next step. Okay. Anchor screw in. And what I would like to do is I just eyeball it. I go from center of the 2x4 to roughly about the center of the plank. And now I've just made a mark right here on the edge of that. And then I'm going to measure out from there 5 inches, right? And that's where I'm going to make my mark here somewhere. So there you go. Okay, I've measured 5 inches off here. Where's my mark? There's my mark. Now I just get it right on there. Right? Oh, I'm going to do this with one hand. Can't be done. Here. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. YouTube magic. So there's my 5 inches from here to here. That's all I'm going to do. I've kind of got this idea in my head that it's just going to be all the way across here. This 2x4s are 51 and 5/16 long, and so I had to figure out what the exact center was using this, doing some math. That was interesting. I had to make a few minor adjustments and kind of walk it in, but it worked out well. And so yeah, it's all rough, but I'm going to when I get done with this, I'm gonna sand the hell out of it and stain the hell out of it. So it's going to be interesting. Now I did find something, a little interesting note is that it is a little kind of seesaw-ish, but so I might have to brace this side to the ground. I don't know. And yeah, I got the goggles on, and they're not for safety. They're for looking. I found this very important and very needful. So see, and that's what I'm going to do is just keep going on down the line, and then with this line, that's my template. I can then use this. Oh yeah. Boom. All the way down on either side, and I've got perfect lines, perfect square, and then we can go from there. Okay, so I have continued. I went from there, right? We went over here, and let me fix this here. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Alrighty then. Yes, so here, 5 inches out, and I've just tacked it with a screw right there, just one. Same here and same here. And all I did is just made sure that this was square right here, this edge, because this is square. I still have to check it, right? I still have to check, and once I start running these, is if it's still going to be at 5 inches. That's what I want, and so that's my quality control. I can check, see, bam, okay, right on the line, that's 5 inches. But all I really need to do is make sure these two edges are flush, and the next one is flush. And I'm also looking for like the cut of the wood, the bow of the wood, because these boards, they're all wavy and shifty. It's not the best wood in the world. A lot of them are warped. Some of them are warped beyond repair, and that's the reason why I did that here, because this warps that way. And it's got a nice thick, doesn't matter what you do, it's going to be a nice thick, there's a gap right there. It's going to be between the two. Any board that you put down, because that's the bad one. Whatever. So that's what I'm doing. Tacking them down. I got another board I'm going to put in. Go from there. So playing with these boards, this is a new board I found, and basically I've just kind of flipped it and swipped it, and why are we blurry? I don't like this blurriness. Anyway, there's a bit of a gap. I'm not against that. I do have a nice little thing going this way. It starts to warp that way, but it also warps this way too. So I'll have a little gap, but it's still kind of flush. You know, there is some overlaps here, but I want it to be kind of flush, so I don't have to sand like right here. I got to sand. There's a nice thing here, but yeah. So this one looks pretty good. I'm just going to take that, make sure that edge is that. Looks like this edge is bowed too, so I'm just going to make sure that it's 5 inches. All right. Yeah, we're a little off, just a little bit. So I'm just going to eyeball it. Boom, there it is. I got 5 inches. See, it's a little off here, and it starts to go up, so I got to be careful of that. But hey, you know, now I'm ready to tack it in from that point right there. All right, we got that tacked in there, screwed in there, and screwed in there. Sorry I can't show you that part, because I only have 2 hands, and I need 2 hands and my body to drive that in and hold this at the same time and make sure everything is nice and flush, and not try to stab myself in the process. So yeah, we're good to go. But now I have an interesting dilemma. This is a shitty board. Absolutely shitty board. You know, look at the big gap in that. Oh, just, I mean, I'd have to do something there. So, and there is it's not flush here. So I just have to kind of figure out which one looks better. Ooh, yeah. Now there is a high rise here. I don't like that. It's like a stopper. But the gap is really, really good here. It's a lot smaller than this one. So I like that. I like that for fit and for, you know, function and design. But hey, we're talking about some pallets here. So they're all warped and chipped and out of place. So that's probably the best. I can look at something else if I want to flip it this way. So you got like 4 dimensions on this thing. So you get to pick and choose. That one, same thing. It's just more bold. Like this, you'll see. It's not opposed to that, really. But there is a gap. Nice gap going that way. Still up, but a bow, so it makes it more sharp. And I'm also looking at, because I'm going to sand the hell out of this. So that's going to be some work for the sander. I think it was this way that I like better. Let's see. Yeah. Just eyeball. Yep, this is the one. Right here. And there we go. Now it's ready to be tacked in. All right. So this I just went ahead and laid out all the boards as I had them. And yeah, there's a gap. A very big gap. Ooh. That's a big gap. Huge gap. But for the most part, all the other ones, you know, I basically had to take them and flip them and flip them and boom, 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 just to try to get a good, nice, kind of stable, level playing ground. So I got to do some sanding, and I got a piece of wood just for that. So it's going to look, I think it's going to look great. All the imperfections and impurities, it's going to look great with the staining. Yeah, the staining is going to be everything. But I want it at least to be functional and you know, somewhat in some kind of square uniform uniformity, as much as this chaos is. But for the most part, it's going to be a good little table. Now all I got to do now is start screwing them in. Just level them. I could do it with this thing, you know, like that kind of, and then measure out 5 inches all the way across, you know, from there. But I have a line right here, so there you go. I can use that one, and hopefully I will be on square. Whoa. Some type of uniformity. Right on the line. Oh, look at that. It says 5 inches. How about that? Hello, 5. All right, do we do? And right there on the line. There's the line. There's the 5 inches. And it doesn't have to be absolutely exact, but, you know, it kind of helps. So we're going to go from this side and measure in 5 inches. See how that works. That might be better. All right. Huh. Cool. Oh, 5 inches. How about that? I have a line over there and a line over here, so that's how I'm going to do it, you know, and just kind of, but you see, this 5 inches is different from this 5 inches. Uh-oh. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to eyeball it like that. Perfect. The starting point and the end point are the same. Now I just draw the line. Line is drawn. I could have used a, what do you call those things? Snap string, whatever. So yeah, I just know I got to be on the outside. This line, I know it's railroad tracks, but hey, it's gonna work out, really. Now I just gotta continue to screw, and I'll be done for now. Next step. So now, to ensure that, you know, I have somewhat of an edge here, I know that these are pretty good, and so I'm just going to level that up all the way down. If there's some kind of imperfection or whatever, that's fine, but for the most part I'm worried about these guys, right? So, because they're not secured yet. So if I can make sure that these edges are nice, and see, now we've got a deviation here. Ooh, big one. So we go to here. This is not even square either, so, but it doesn't matter. I can, I know I'm going to have to, that's going to be my transitionary. Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking everything up here. That's okay. As long as the line lines up, I'm good to go. And so I think that's it. I think I'm done. I've screwed everything in all the way up to this point. Got this very big gap, which I really don't hate, actually. It's kind of cool. But if I do want to cover it up, I found out this. I mean, this is a junk piece that's been broken. The edge fits perfectly in there. I mean, good gap. And all I got to do is just cut it from whatever that is. Yeah, from here to there. That's all I gotta do. And do that a couple times, and I'll have a really good fit. See what happens. All right, now I'm in the cutting phase. So I've drawn my line all the way across. That's 5 inches from the base, and I've already cut one. I tried using this bad boy. I mean, but it's just, this is really made for really rough wood, you know, logs. I did this just to get it started. What you do is you get right up in there and you just get it started, because this is very brittle and dry wood, right? So I don't want it to split and chip, so I get in there with that, and then I use just a simple thing like this. Man, it just eats through it. Just lovely. I do like a pull cut first. Get it started. Man, look at that. It just cuts right into it, man. And you go from there. Try to stay on the line, of course, which is really not that, I don't have to be precise. Not that real necessary, but look how far I've already gotten. Yeah, so this thing is great. Get you a little saw. And yes, I like doing things with hand tools. It's a lot easier. Somewhat follow the line. If not, stay on the outside of the line, this side of the line. And you'll see what I'm going to do here. After I get all these cut, short strokes here at the end. Look at that. Nice and beautiful. Right across. Alright, see if I can do this here. I don't know. Okay, yeah, alright. I think I got this. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. But we'll see what we can do here. So, anyway, I've been busy. Go ahead and get through these. And the interesting about all this is there's different kinds of woods, right? This one was a little bit rougher, a little bit harder. This stuff, man, I mean, I can burn right through it. And so, check out my grip. Just like that. I like to put the finger there, you know, and I want to get a good grip. I don't want any gaps in my grip and the handle. When my hand goes around this thing, it's just like in line with my wrist and my arm, so that I can get a good, and I got a slight grip, a slight pressure and tension on it, so I can feel the blade, right? And so with this, I can notice how I go at an angle. And I can, if it's a harder wood, I can really kind of plane it out here. And it makes it a lot easier. Right? And then I want to bite into it. I can finish it off quickly. So this one's going to be a little different. Because this one's a little bit harder. So we'll see how we do on this. A little bit harder, a little bit more, it's a little bit more brittle too. Same thing, start off slow. If you push down into the cut, as you're pushing and pulling, it's going to be a lot harder for you. But if you kind of raise up a little, kind of relax your hand a little bit, just kind of let it glide, you'll be surprised. And work on the angle of the cut. Don't get too much bite into it. Just kind of stay on the surface there. Nice and relaxed. Take a break so you can get a good cut in there. Stay on the line. It takes a little longer, but it's worth it for the cut. Then later on, when you get enough of it in there, you can really give it hell. Keeping that same angle, almost flat across. The idea is not to bind up as much, right? And if I start biting into it, I'm going to start, there's a chance I could split the wood, so I don't want to do that. And it's just harder on it. So get a good angle there. Relax your grip. Just push and pull ever so slightly. And then when you feel like you got enough, go for it. I don't want it to split. Oh, and it's split. Oh well. There we are, folks. We have a table. And here we are. I basically took this thing right here, which it's got a beveled end and a flat end, and I didn't film any of that because, well, it takes two hands to do all that. And I just kind of rounded off the edges. Getting that, I like to get that corner kind of nice and round. All the way around here, getting all that rough stuff off. Getting in the holes, the old nail holes, any kind of place that's kind of up. Yeah, just scratching it all up, kind of pre-smoothing it all up, and then once I'm done with that, which I am basically done with this, finally, although it is fun, but I bought these sandpaper things. I got them at Dollar General. They work pretty good, but they're not worth a shit. I mean, they don't hold up to anything. But that's okay. I don't need them to last too long. I just need to get in. I've already done all the way up to here. We'll talk about these inserts later. But you'll see my plan here. eventually. Yeah, see how it just destroys itself. And here's Charity laying in the sawdust. Wow, dirty dog. You are just laying in the sawdust. Anyway, and then what I'm doing here, and I'm just kind of smoothing it out here, getting those edges nice and there we go. All right, where are we at? I'm trying not to tear the sandpaper. It tears rather easy. Oh, it's so cute. She was laying in that pile of sawdust, and I was taking this brush, just kind of brushing off all the stuff, and I got some on her, and I started brushing it, and she literally flattened out, and I gave her a belly rub with a brush. I wish I could have reenact that for you, but she's already jumped up and running around. I guess